जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जय प्रभुपाद श्रील प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल, निताई गौर हरि। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतोपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं स्वाग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं स्वाद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमों विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते स्वारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे। निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम्। सर्वशास्त्राभिपीयूष सर्ववेदैकसत्फल सर्वसिद्ध्यान्तरत्नाढ्य सर्वलोकैकदृक्प्रद। सर्वभागवत पुराण श्रीमद्भागवत प्रभो कलिध्वान्त उदित आदित्य श्रीकृष्ण परिवर्तिता। We are studying from Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, Canto 3, Chapter 19, Text 23. So, Chapter 19, the killing of the demon Hiraṇyākṣa. tadā diteḥ samabhavat sahasā. tadā diteḥ samabhavat sahasā hṛdi vepathuḥ smarantyā bhartur ādeśaṁ stanāc cāsṛk prasusruve. tadā diteḥ samabhavat sahasā hṛdi vepathuḥ smarantyā bhartur ādeśaṁ stanāc cāsṛk prasusruve. tadā diteḥ samabhavat sahasā hṛdi vepathuḥ smarantyā bhartur ādeśaṁ stanāc cāsṛk prasusruve. vepathuḥ ādeśaṁ tadā. At that moment, diteḥ of Diti, samabhavat occurred, sahasā suddenly, hṛdi in the heart, vepathuḥ a shudder, smarantyāḥ recalling, bhartuḥ of her husband, Kaśyapa ādeśaṁ the words, stanāt from her breast, asṛk blood, prasusruve flowed. Translation and purport. Srila Prabhupada ki. At that very moment, a shudder suddenly ran through the heart of Diti, the mother of Hiraṇyākṣa. She recalled the words of her husband, Kaśyapa, and blood flowed from her breasts. Purport. At Hiraṇyākṣa's last moment, his mother Diti remembered what her husband had said. Although her sons would be demons, they would have the advantage of being killed by the Personality of Godhead Himself. She remembered this incident by the grace of the Lord, and her breasts flowed blood instead of milk. In many instances, we find that when a mother is moved by affection for her sons, milk flows from her breasts. In the case of the demon's mother, the blood could not transform into milk, but it flowed down her breasts as it was. Blood transformations into milk. To drink milk is auspicious, but to drink blood is inauspicious. Although they are one and the same thing, this formula is applicable in the case of cow's milk also. Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Valapi Adanugraha Tarinnanamata Graha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram. Hare Krishna. So I humbly beg the blessings of all the assembled devotees here, so that I can do the service of speaking something that I heard from Srila Prabhupada and his followers. We are studying wonderful incident, wonderful chapter, killing of demon Hiraṇyākṣa. And this is really fresh in our mind, because I think most of the devotees went and watched the movie, animation movie, and we watched how Varahadev came, and Varahadev, he killed Hiraṇyākṣa, the greatest terror, the two brothers. And such amazing incident we see in Bhagavatam. Yeah, when you see on animation, it's great, nice, everything, animation and like visual. But when you read Bhagavatam, detailed in reading Bhagavatam, it's like you have your own liberty. You can imagine, you can visualize that. So yesterday we were having Hindi Bhagavatam class, and they gave me 13 verses or 14 verses, entire killing scene, entire fighting scene of this chapter in the beginning verses. So we were reading those entire thing. So in this particular purport and shloka, we can see that Diti recalled the prediction by her husband Kaśyapa, and instead of milk, blood flowed. We see in different instances in Bhagavatam where, like even when Krishna returned back to Dwarka from Hastinapur, Krishna went to meet with his mothers. His mother Devaki was there, Rohini was there, even Vasudeva had other wives also. So all are mothers. So they had, out of their affection, milk flowed from their breasts. Even if Krishna was grown up at that time. So that is motherly affection. But here we can see the opposite. Blood flowed instead of milk. And Prabhupada at the end, last sentence, Prabhupada commented that, last two sentences, drinking milk is auspicious, but to drink blood is inauspicious. So this argument is given by some people who are fond of whatever, drinking blood instead of milk. They said that you guys, you think cow is a mother and you drink milk from cow, so why don't you eat meat of cows? Same thing. So this is their argument. But we say that this is not the same thing. Drinking blood is not the same. So also we can see in this connection how motherly affection, we see in different places in Bhagavatam, motherly affection. But nowadays everything is like, even motherly affection, like whatever. People are like that Kali Yuga we are living in. I read recently in news, there was one news that one mother had small baby, I think twins. The babies were crying. So mother couldn't tolerate it. Mother just choked both the babies. Such things are happening, and those things are coming on news. So like she couldn't tolerate the cry of the baby. That happens. So people are such barbaric, such ruthless, no affection at all, no humanity left in some. For us it's strange that how can such people exist with such cruelty, with small babies they are killing them. Yeah, Kamsa was killing, so we can see the same mentality. Still those people are remaining, still those people are there. One day I was coming from Krishnanagar to Mayapur by this Toto, that auto rickshaw, and there was a rail crossing. That auto rickshaw stopped, halted there, the rail crossing was there. Then next to that there was one butcher's shop, and that man with his banyan, with his like inner, he just standing with his big mustache, and with him like the big knife, and then like meat were there. So I was just looking at that person, like he was looking like, I said, okay, if we visualize, you want to visualize Kamsa or someone like Hiraṇyākṣa terror, you can look at his face. Looking at his face, you can understand. It was such cruel. He doesn't show any tint of humanity or tint of mercy. That kind of people are there. So they don't feel that at all. Once I think I searched for something, for some other purpose. I searched something on YouTube, and some came. I was searching. I was planning to make a video on meat eating, like vegetarianism and all these things. I was searching something on YouTube. Then one video came that one lady in USA, she made a video. She made something with some metal. She made kind of a mechanism where you can cut the throat of chicken. How to butcher a chicken. And that video had some millions of views. So I said, somehow I just clicked on this, and then okay, this came. And then I was reading a few comments. People are saying, oh, it's a life-saving video. It's so much educating. I learned a lot. Now after watching your video, I have butchered 13 chickens, and these and that. People are writing comments after comments. It's such a thing. I got depressed by reading the comments of people. Such people also exist, and such mentality also exists. So it's like we cannot, the epitome of cruelty, we cannot imagine, or we cannot just understand how can such people exist. That's sometimes astonishing. So whatever, we are so fortunate that we have received Srila Prabhupada as. So I am also asked to speak something on Srila Prabhupada. Topic is finding our mission in his mission. So yeah, Prabhu asked me to speak at the end something, but I think we cannot speak anything without Srila Prabhupada, so we'll connect everything with Prabhupada. So how we are fortunate to get Srila Prabhupada in our life. We cannot just imagine that. Without Srila Prabhupada, to understand even Krishna consciousness, basics of Krishna consciousness is like. I was thinking earlier that, oh, we have done enough preaching. We have done enough preaching, we have distributed enough books, we have done enough Ratha Yatra, we have done distribution of enough sufficient prasad distribution, Harinam Sankirtan. I think that everybody at least know about Prabhupada, everybody at least they have heard about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the holy name. Once earlier I was thinking, okay, it's nice, so many devotees in Mayapur, very good association, wow, wonderful devotees, great. So when I would see the Sankirtan devotees, every time they are going with bus, book distribution, I said, like, where do they go every time? And like, I think at least every house we have reached and showed them books. We have done enough preaching. So then I started making some videos on YouTube for preaching Krishna consciousness and all. So then I saw that when people started to watch those videos and they started to comment, it's like you go to someone's house and please take Bhagavad Gita. No, I don't want to. Just slam the door. Okay, fine. Or they say, oh, I don't want. Okay, fine. Or maybe you can't reach everyone's house also. Maybe we are doing Ratha Yatra at Calcutta. How many people joined in Calcutta Ratha Yatra? 1 lakh? 2 lakhs? Or even in, let's say, 10 lakhs. I don't think so, maybe 10 lakhs or whatever. Maybe, let's say, 5 lakh people come. So 5 lakhs people joins Calcutta Ratha Yatra. But how many people are there in Calcutta? 2 crores. So 5 lakhs out of 2 crores. I don't know whether even if it's 2 lakhs or not. Whatever. It means at least 2 lakhs people join or not. So what is the percentage of people come for Ratha Yatra? We see that 2 lakhs people, 5 lakhs people. But that is not even 10%, isn't it? So many people that don't come. Even if you do big pandal program, you give free distribution of prasadam, free book distribution, whatever you do, they will not come. But if you are preaching on online, making a video, this video is entering in their bedroom. He is lying on the bed, watching the video, suddenly scrolling, suddenly this video comes. Some sadhu is speaking something on Krishna. Then he watches it and he gives his opinion on the comment section. So you are accessing him or going to his bedroom and preaching to him. So then you get to see that what all different ideas exist in current society, current contemporary society. All kind of thing. Mayavad, impersonalism, and sahajya, and atheism, all kind of thing exist. Like how come all people, they comment in the comment section, oh, I think this is like that, I think no, you are saying wrong, you say like that. They're speculating. So many things, wrong things, like illogical things they are commenting in the comment sections. So it's not easy to understand Krishna consciousness, and it's easy for us because we have got Srila Prabhupada. So what is finding the mission within Srila Prabhupada's mission? First of all, if we ask a devotee who is walking here, what is your mission? He might say something like a parrot, oh, love of Godhead or back to Godhead. But if you ask him, what is the exact plan? Okay, you want to attain love of Godhead. How do you want to get it? I'm doing nonsense thing, but I am claiming that I want to get love of Godhead. So what do you understand by love of Godhead? What does it mean? He might be blank what to say. So first of all, to understand Srila Prabhupada's mission, what is Srila Prabhupada's mission? And then acting on that and finding our own mission within it. What is, Srila Prabhupada's mission is huge. Srila Prabhupada wanted to do many things. We should try to help in this mission, fulfilling this mission as per our capacity, whatever I can do, whatever we can do in this mission. But we need to understand ourselves, our capability, what I can do, what I want to achieve in my life, what is going to be my mission in life, and how can that be synchronized with Srila Prabhupada. Or my mission should be in line with Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes we can be either missionless, or we can be, our mission can be in the mood of passion also. I want to do this or that. So, Prabhu gave me something, some nice document to speak on, finding our mission and Srila Prabhupada's mission. First of all, it means to find a proper guidance, proper guide who can guide us. And secondly, purity, and other things are described, nicely described in that particular. I think this was part of any particular course or any particular seminar. It was part of that particular lesson. It was nicely done with objectives. So, to find proper guide. So, we are really fortunate that we have already got Srila Prabhupada as our guide, who is guiding us every day through his books. Every pages we open up Srila Prabhupada's books, and Prabhupada is directly speaking to us. The way he presented the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, you read, even if you read Acharya's commentaries or other books, and you read Prabhupada's books, how Srila Prabhupada was empowered to speak to us, this particular audience, contemporary audience. All the Acharyas, they write for their particular contemporary audience. Like Srila Prabhupada was saying about his spiritual master, he said that my spiritual master wrote for me, nobody else can understand. So Srila Prabhupada wrote for us, for all of us. Srila Prabhupada didn't write for any particular person, okay, only he can understand or they can understand. Srila Prabhupada wrote for all of us that any layman can understand. Like there is one book called Shri Krishna Vijay. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, this description comes that it was written by Gunaraj Khan. Satyaraj Khan was the devotee from Kulingram. His ancestor was Gunaraj Khan.
It was Vasu, Gunaraj Vasu.
Gunaraj Vasu. Yeah, Satyaraj Vasu was, I think his title was later Satyaraj Khan. Gunaraj Vasu, yeah. He was called Maladhar Vasu also. So that is a nice book, Shri Krishna Vijay. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions that in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was from Kulinagram. So he wrote that entire Krishna Lila 10th canto in nice Bengali poetry. So Mahaprabhu said that even village ladies can understand. Even small kids and village ladies can understand that. It's such simple language he used. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appreciate that book, Shri Krishna Vijay. That's still there available in colloquial Bengali. But of course, for us, now that Bengali is a bit to some extent some difficult because that is ancient Bengali. But for that time, it was such simple and common Bengali that even simple village ladies can understand. So Srila Prabhupada also same thing we can say that he wrote his books in such a way, such simple thing, self-explanatory. You read open Srila Prabhupada's books. Sometimes when we have Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav class, like we say, what do we explain on this? Prabhupada such amazingly, such easily he explained everything. Just you need to read. But even that also we fail to read. So first of all, we get guidance from Srila Prabhupada directly when you read Prabhupada's books through his every pages, every stanzas, every sentences, he is guiding us directly. Prabhupada said, my books are better than me, and directly we can feel Prabhupada in his books. And secondly, we have the followers of Srila Prabhupada who have read Srila Prabhupada's books, applied them in their lives, and practiced Krishna consciousness. Like we have Prabhuji sitting with us all his life, he is still, we can see Prabhuji's energy and such enthusiasm to spread mission of Srila Prabhupada, to connect with us with Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada connect such. So that is such important thing to connect with Srila Prabhupada because the mission is growing and growing. We have spent 50 years, then it will go 500 years, 5,000 years, devotees are going to come. So they might feel, oh, Srila Prabhupada is an ancient Acharya. Previous Acharya, he came some 500 years back, or he did something. No, each and every devotee should feel a direct connection with Srila Prabhupada. So that's what is the duty of like all the generations. They should preach about Prabhupada and they should give to next generation, they should teach about Srila Prabhupada, they should connect them with Srila Prabhupada. All the preachers, all the leaders or counselors, those who are guiding, preaching, counseling, it's their first and foremost duty and service to connect each and every devotee that they are preaching with Srila Prabhupada because they are the guide for those devotees. And as a devotee seeking guidance, we should read Srila Prabhupada's books and we should also ask, we should approach those senior devotees and we should take advantage of their presence, of hearing from Srila Prabhupada and learning from Srila Prabhupada. So in Krishna consciousness, the first and foremost important thing is to have a guidance. At certain point of time, we might feel that, oh, I have now read enough, I have done all the courses, I have heard enough, I have preached also, so I know what is Krishna consciousness, and we don't feel the need of going to any devotee and take guidance. But at all point of time, we require guidance. And there is no point that where we can be independent, or we don't need guidance. So yeah, guidance doesn't mean that you need to approach someone who is in managerial hierarchy. Sometimes some people, they might have some the allergy to managerial hierarchy, or they might be a bit frustrated, agitated, whatever is that. We will not get into that. Sometimes some people say, oh, I don't trust in them, or this and this. So okay, you don't need to find someone in that way. You approach a devotee who might not have any managerial position or post, but a simple devotee, but you think he who is senior than you in his understanding of Krishna consciousness, his practice of Krishna consciousness, and go to him, approach him, hear from him, ask him question, and see how he guides you based on Srila Prabhupada's understandings. So that means guidance. To take guidance also, we require basic guidance from Srila Prabhupada. How to understand this devotee is guiding me properly or not. He might misguide also me. So to understand whether he is guiding me properly in proper path, that we read Srila Prabhupada's books and cross-check, yes, what he is saying we can find in Srila Prabhupada's books. Is guiding me in proper line. It should go in proper synchronization, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. We cannot just take one particular dot, and if we take one particular dot, we can draw many lines, many straight lines, infinite lines from one particular dot. But if we have three dots in aligned position, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, then we can have only one line, correct line, that's all. But if we have only one dot, and based on this one dot, you can draw many, many lines. So you just take one thing, oh, I just follow this devotee, this is my counselor, whatever he says, I take it blindly. Then we can draw various conclusions based on just one point. So whatever counselor says, whatever the devotee say, whatever the spiritual master say, ultimately everything should be in line with the books. And books means Srila Prabhupada's books, Srila Prabhupada's teachings. So that's what we can find guidance from Srila Prabhupada through his books every day. Without reading that, it's like driving the car or driving the bike with your headlight off. I had an electric bike earlier, so I would from Mayapur Institute campus, I would come for Mangalarati or in the evening. So at one point of time, my headlight got off. It was not working. So I was driving my electric scooty with one hand, another hand I was having my smartphone torchlight and driving like this. So it's risky. So without torchlight also, without headlight also, the bike can go. But it's not sure that whether you can reach your destination safely or intactly or not. You might end up in hospital. So same way, someone might say, I am chanting, I am doing Mangalarati, I am doing Nirjala Ekadashi and all the vratas. So, okay, I have understood things. I have heard a few classes. I am chanting now, I am doing Bhakti Samseva, but not reading Prabhupada's books. That means what? Okay, you are going ahead, you are driving the bike, but headlight is off. We might end up with accident any time. So Prabhupada's books and Shastra are like the guiding light that can show us proper path. Another thing we can say about the books, Srimad Bhagavatam and Prabhupada's books, they are like the mirror. When you stand in front of a mirror, we can see ourselves. How am I looking? My tilak is proper or not? My shikha and everything is like... So we can see our external face. external body. But when you stand in front of Shastra and Prabhupada's books, you can see yourself, your inner body, inner self. What kind of devotee am I? Who am I? What is Prabhupada saying? And what am I doing? So that's why it's required to understand the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, recently, I can quote here, His Holiness Bhakti-Vikas Swami Maharaj published a wonderful book called The Mood and Mission of Srila Prabhupada, 3 volumes. So I was reading that, amazing, lots of quotations of Srila Prabhupada. He nicely arranged and brought in one place. So various things. We can see that sometimes when reading that many of the quotes, okay, I haven't read that, or I didn't know that earlier. All these years in Krishna consciousness. No, Prabhupada said this also. Prabhupada said about this also. Prabhupada said about this also. So first of all, we need to read, open up the books. We need to read Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada's letters, his conversations, Prabhupada's lectures, so many things. So we are so happy that we have got more than sufficient content that we cannot finish within one lifetime maybe. More than sufficient content about Prabhupada. Prabhupada's all these lectures, all his letters, all his conversations, all his books, so much things. Whole lifetime project. If you want to do on a research, or maybe someone wants to do a PhD or research on Prabhupada, then you have to read all the lectures of Prabhupada, all the letters of Prabhupada, all the conversations. I don't know how many years that takes, but it's good. We should take up that mission. First mission is, I will say that, take up the challenge of reading all the content about Prabhupada. And there are, I think, more than 40 books about Prabhupada. Prabhupada disciples they wrote, Prabhupada Lilamrita, Transcendental Idea, different Prabhupada disciples wrote their memories about Prabhupada, Prabhupada stories. I think more than 40 books. So how many books have we read about Prabhupada? So it's amazing to know about that personality, that who gave everything for us. Prabhupada could have chosen to stay in Vrindavan, and it could be philosophically correct also. It could be philosophically justified also. Let's sit in Vrindavan Dham and chant the holy name. He could justify also, yeah, I am an old man, I can sit in Dham, and what can I do? My Gurudev told me to preach, but my godbrothers are not cooperating. And I tried my best. Or I wrote some journals and I sent in, like Prabhupada wrote something, and then Prabhupada sent in West also some thing. Like, okay, Prabhupada could have just said, write a few journals and sent in some West, some libraries or some conferences, and that's all. I have done my best, and sit peacefully and chant. And Prabhupada could have justified that, oh, nice. But no, Prabhupada really took it seriously at his heart, and at that age, Prabhupada went with 2 heart attacks. So when we just read this, okay, Prabhupada had 2 heart attacks. Okay, we don't even understand what does it mean to have 1 heart attack. And Prabhupada had 2 heart attacks. So we don't even, no idea what does it mean at that age. 70 years old man, and he had heart attack in that ship, seasickness. For 2 months he was on a Jaladuta. So what he did, we, like, unless we come to that age and we suffer, go through, at least light of that, we don't understand that. If we have some fever, some sickness, some headache, at least what I do, I have classes, so I just send them, so I am having headache, I cannot have class today, Hare Krishna. Finish, okay, just sleep. Prabhu, I am having some back pain, okay, I also had back pain today. Last 3 days, I was thinking of sending a message to Prabhu. But say, okay, let's go. So I just sent him, I am having some back pain, okay, Prabhu, I cannot come, just finish, that's all, sleep. But Prabhupada, when we think of that situation, Prabhupada had what condition he was going through with body, physical body. He was going through the pain, and specifically when you saw the last days of Prabhupada's videos, like how he was at that moment, at least that time also he could have justified. Okay, I have done enough, given the movement has expanded, given so many books, fine, okay, now all of you just leave me alone, let me rest properly. I am going to leave my body, so let me rest properly. But at that time also, he was dictating. And it's not easy to dictate. Sometimes I say, okay, what's like you are talking big things, people are talking, give lectures. I can also give lectures. But to give lecture also is not easy thing. You come and sit, and to give even 1 hour you speak. It requires so much energy to speak. I remember it was month of December. I was in one place, and it was such a cold place. We were having Bhakti Vaibhav class, Bhagavatam class. So I sat in the evening, the class was there. I sat with my cap, monkey cap, with gloves, and with socks, with jackets, and with shawls, and all the devotees, the brahmacharis, they also sat in class. So I started the class. After 10 minutes, I removed my cap. After 15 minutes, I removed my gloves. After 20 minutes, like that, within half an hour, I came in just kurta, that's all. Half sleeve kurta, I was sitting and giving class. And all the devotees, they were shivering, and they were having all these shawls, and means it was so cold. But within half an hour, I was just sitting, and entire next 2 hours, I just spoke without shawl, kurta, gloves. Means when you speak, it generates so much heat from inside. Whole body becomes hot. So I don't require any kurta or shawl or anything, just okay. So speaking is not easy, it requires so much energy. So when I was seeing Prabhupada's video, how he was able to speak at that time. Sometimes when we are sick, that we don't like to speak at all. When people come to meet with us, how are you? Okay, fine. That's all. Just say something, that's all. But how he was, so that we can see. Prabhupada, clearly we can understand how Prabhupada was beyond bodily consciousness. At least this thing, if someone has even if some doubts about Prabhupada, at least see this video and understand that. Just like Bhishmadev, Mahabhagavata and Mahajana Bhishmadev, he was lying on deathbed and bed of arrows. Whole body was pierced. It's not some needles, it's not some acupuncture, some needles, that's all. Slit lying. No, it was like arrows were piercing from one side to another side. At that condition, consciousness, he was instructing Pandavas, and he was praying to Krishna. So he was directly beyond body and senses. Like what we see in Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, Prabhupada, Arjuna addressed Krishna as Rishikesha. So why did he address him as Rishikesha? So Prabhupada explains that. Because he is the controller of the senses of pure devotees. So what does it mean? Rishikesh means Krishna controls the senses of pure devotees. That means for other people, other ordinary people who control the senses, there are demigods. In Bhagavatam, second canto, third canto, you can see there are demigods, Digdevatas, sense devatas. Like we see with eyes, so there is a particular demigod who controls our eyesight. Then even we evacuate, go to washroom, pass stool. For that also there is a particular demigod, Mitra and Varuna. They control that. So demigods control our body, our senses. In general, for everyone. But for a pure devotee, Krishna directly, he takes care, takes the charge. And he controls the senses of pure devotee. Pravishta karna randrena swanam bhavasaroraham. When we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna himself enters in our heart. Through our ear hole. So Krishna is already there in our heart, so why does he need to enter again? Because Krishna is there in our heart as super soul, Paramatma. Not complete manifestation, super soul. But when we hear Bhagavatam, the Supreme Lord, complete manifestation, Bhagavan, he enters in our heart. And he takes the charge. He cleans the heart. And he takes charge of entire body. So, for pure devotees, Krishna himself controls the body and senses. And that's why they don't require any other external bodily support, eating, sleeping, and other things. They are just on the platform of soul. So at least, and this is video documented. It's not some story, it's directly video documented. You can see Prabhupada. The situations, sometimes it's painful to even watch those videos. Last final videos of Srila Prabhupada, how his body is like that. And that he is speaking Bhagavatam. He is narrating, he is dictating, writing his commentary on Bhagavatam. So that was his consciousness. That was his state of consciousness. So one mission, I would say that is that we can take one mission is that, okay, read everything about Prabhupada. At least that gives us all the guidance, we can say, from Prabhupada, and we can get association of devotees who have assimilated those instructions, guidance of Srila Prabhupada. and all. So sometimes it's wondering how we can go and continue our spiritual life without trying to know about Prabhupada, what all he did, what all he gave us. So amazing. We have various wonderful books of Prabhupada like Shikshamrita and other things on Vedaves we can see. All the teachings, letters, conversations are there, systematically arranged, and anything you want to do or anything decision you want to do, various things you find. Sometimes when I open the Shikshamrita, I say, oh, Prabhupada talked about this also. Prabhupada talked about that also. Prabhupada talked how, what do you eat, what do you even for health also. One devotee had some pimples, Prabhupada told what to do for that also. You put some chanda, something he was telling. So various things Prabhupada talked, how to maintain your health, how to maintain your business, how to maintain finance, how education, kids, parenting, all kinds of things Prabhupada spoke about that. We just need to read them. So in this purport also we can see Prabhupada is talking about cow's milk. So that is also another important thing. Varnashram, one of the main mission of Prabhupada is Varnashram. Prabhupada said 50% of my mission is unfulfilled, not fulfilled yet. So Varnashram, simple living, high thinking. So that should be another mission of our life, how to make life more simpler and simpler and simpler. So now we are making our life complex and complex and complex with so many gadgets and so many modern technologies and so many things. So this, like we are in, like at least I can say myself, always in a tussle of war. Sometimes, like when I read Prabhupada's simple living, and okay, goal of life is to make mind simple and focus your mind in Krishna and all this. Then other sense, like all this technology and all, we cannot give them up also. They are helping us in our preaching. We are using them. So sometimes I feel, okay, give up everything, just shut down everything and just, okay, go to a village, a jungle, a farm and be there. But sometimes I say, no, but this preaching and the classes we are doing and all other things, we cannot. So at least we should have some plan, some goal, some mission, that gradually we organize ourselves, we bring it in certain way, discipline, that for some particular time we should do that, shut down your gadgets and technology and go to some place. Like they all have lots of farms are there, and in Bengal we have lots of places. Sometimes I go like that, lots of Namatta centers in villages, small villages and Namatta center. They don't have like even we have tribal preaching. Once I went to tribal preaching and in Assam, they didn't have a network connection also there. And they took me in a place like Amazon jungle. You are just riding on a boat, small river, and then both sides, like evening we are going, it's like dark and no electricity. We stayed there I think 2 days. It's such peaceful. So sometimes we should go in those places where devotees are there. Be there with your mala and Bhagavatam, devotees. At least spend a few days periodically, every few months. Make a plan to experience what Prabhupada wanted, simple living, so that our consciousness, we can really think of Krishna. Otherwise the technology and all, online and social media, really distracting. Everything, you can just open your phone and lots of things come. You go to Facebook to share a quote. Okay, let's share a quote of Prabhupada. You go to Facebook, something else will come there. Somebody else shared something. And nowadays, even if you didn't like or subscribe something, automatically Facebook goes on recommending you or alluding, okay, watch this or do this and do that. So many things. Earlier, things were like I saw that long back. There was, I think, some World Cup football was going on. And there was 2 devotees, brahmacharis, at one particular place. That was final match or something. So they wanted to watch the game. So they went to some other grihastha's house at night. So they had to do such a hard work to go somebody else's house and watch the game at night and come back before Mangalarati. But now even you don't need to do that also. Just sit in your room in one corner, have the phone and watch like that. I heard that in another place, another devotee was there. Actually, these two brahmacharis I saw in front, where are you going? We are going somewhere, like that. Then I heard that they went to that place. Then another place, there was another brahmachari who developed a desire of watching a movie. So he went at night. When everybody slept, he wore pen shirt and he climbed on the boundary wall and he jumped on the wall and he went to night show. He watched the night show. Then before Mangalarati, before everybody woke up, he again came back and wore dhuti kurta went to Mangalarati. So he had to take such a hard work, isn't it? Even if to do some gratification, watch that. But now you don't need to do that hard work also. Sit in your room and just watch that. So easy. So that means Maya is day by day giving us such easy chances to get bewildered and disturbed. So we need to be more strong. We need to be more focused. And we need to be in more association of devotees, so that they help us to come out of that. So for me, that was one of the things what I wanted to speak, that what is my mission? One of my mission is, first of all, read everything about Prabhupada, and then that will take care of giving us other missions. When you read everything about Prabhupada talked about different things, and that will motivate us to find other missions. What should I do? Which service, which project we should take care, or we should do the service. So, please correct me. Yes,
sir. This is an interesting question. It's a good class, very good, very enlivening. Prabhu, how, by going deeper in our relationship with Srila Prabhupada, how can we simultaneously strengthen our relationship with our Diksha Guru? It's a question that has come up quite a bit. Sometimes people are thinking that we're pushing neo-Ritvik philosophy or something, but it's not the case. So can you expand on that?
How to strengthen our relation, like connect with Srila Prabhupada, at the same time, strengthen our relationship with our Guru. So I think you are the one who can answer this better, the best way, but still I can say what. So that's what it should be done from beginning itself. When a devotee comes to Krishna consciousness, first he should develop a relationship with Prabhupada. And then he chooses a guru based on the relationship with Prabhupada, that who can take me closer to Srila Prabhupada. I want such a guru who through his instructions and teachings he is taking me closer to Srila Prabhupada. If that is the goal, the perspective in his mind, then he will find a guru like that. And always Prabhupada is first. Prabhupada is first love. Prabhupada should be first love, and then comes Guru. But what happens the other way? First of all, we come to Krishna consciousness and the preacher preaches us, and then we choose a Guru. And then Prabhupada is also there. So that's what I can say in clear say. Prabhupada should be first love, and then based on Prabhupada's teachings we choose a Guru. So always then we strengthen our relationship with Guru. This just like what you said, that finding a guide who can take us closer to Prabhupada. So Guru is the guide. Guru is that guide who is taking me closer to Srila Prabhupada. Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, all the devotees. So in that, if we have that thing in our mind, that just like we can say that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was saying, I heard the quotation that we don't have anything to do with Krishna. We don't have anything to do with Krishna, but we are devotees of Srimati Radharani. But Krishna has something to do with Srimati Radharani, that's why we serve Krishna, to please in Srimati Radharani. So same thing we can say that our main thing to do is Srila Prabhupada. And because all the devotee association, everybody is connecting us with Srila Prabhupada, and Guru is the main person who is connecting us with Srila Prabhupada, guiding us to Srila Prabhupada. That's why, we follow Guru, because we know that following these instructions of Guru, it will bring me closer to Srila Prabhupada. So to understand that philosophy again, that focus like taking unconditional surrender of Prabhupada, at the same time not to be a Ritvik. That is also one thing. Sometimes people say that, you're talking about Prabhupada, It sounds like Ritvigism. That, no. So, yeah.
In Nectar Devotion, I believe it's the 6th chapter, the 4th principle of pure devotional service, is following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas under the guidance of one's guru. So it's actually the guru that can really empower us to go deep in that relationship with Srila Prabhupada.
Yes.
And he's the founder acharya. That's the Shakti. I mean, I've noticed in my own life, you know, when I moved to Mayapur, I started chanting in Prabhupada's Samadhi. It's been my japa stand since 1997. Incredible, the level of inspiration that's come from that. When we had the service of starting the Mayapur Institute, the whole team was there chanting their japa, and the level of empowerment was mind-blowing that came from that. So it's that's a significant role. You know, when I started doing this service, it significantly deepened my relationship with Satsvarup Das Goswami, you know, who I took diksha from. I was hoping to take diksha from Prabhupada, but he didn't come to New York in '77 like the plan. But my heart was there. But it's really, it's a significant point, you know, that we don't neglect the diksha guru or the shiksha guru. It's actually an offense to see a difference between the diksha and the shiksha guru, and Srila Prabhupada's our foundational shiksha guru. And he's got the Shakti that did amazing things all over the world. And it continues through his books, as you have so intelligently pointed out. That's where we can experience Prabhupada in such meaningful ways. Thank you for putting me in bliss, Prabhu.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for wonderful class. So in the class you mentioned that Srila Prabhupada's body and senses were controlled by Krishna. So how do we practically try to do that? How do we achieve that?
How do we achieve that? I don't know. Krishna has to choose to control our senses or not. We cannot demand to Krishna that please come and control our senses. So how do we practice that? This is the preparation, what we are doing. Janmashtami is coming. Say one day full fast. It's the preparation to please Krishna. So same way chanting, and we have fasting, we are doing austerity to please Krishna. So yeah, main whole process is given to us to be more pure. Sadhana. Now we are doing Vaidhi Bhakti, which is driven by rules and regulations, injunctions of Shastra and injunctions, orders of Guru, do this, don't do this. If we do this faithfully, then we become more focused on this. We go that sadhu sangha, bhajan kriya, anartha nivritti, like that come to nishtha, that then it progresses. We do it with love, the love comes in that. So at that point of time, Krishna takes charge of that this devotee is not doing out of such just kind of duty, but he is doing it out of spontaneous love attraction. So we can say the question is, or we can bring it like how to develop that spontaneous attraction. If we develop the spontaneous attraction, then Krishna will take care of that. But how to develop the spontaneous attraction is again to be in devotee association, and those who have that kind of spontaneous attraction association, like chanting. So chant to it in association of devotees who chants like that, and you think that like we have His Grace Janmashtami Prabhuji, how he chants every day in Prabhupada Samadhi. I am unfortunate that I cannot go. Sometimes I think of going, but then I get classes in the early morning because online and other country devotees want to do in that time. So I have to chant at home. So go in association of such devotees who are chanting nicely. Hear from them, what is your secret? One devotee is serving nicely. Okay, let me go and talk to him, make a friendship with him, and try to find out what is his secret. How does he serve Krishna? One devotee is good with etiquette, association with devotees, nice Vaishnava etiquette, develop those. So basically, one sense we can say, your question is how to come to that position when Krishna controls our senses. Answer is that Krishna does it for pure devotees, so we need to be pure. So how to be pure? Answer is greed. One word answered by Rupa Goswami. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kuto kriyatam yadi kutopi labhyate tatra lolyam api mulyam ekalam janma koti sukriti na labhyate. That Krishna, like how to get love of Godhead by greed. So we need to be greedy. That's one word answer. Just be greedy. So find out who are greedy like me or like that. Who are greedy. Find out the greedy Vaishnavas and try to associate them and try to get that greed from them. It's like greed. Like I went to few years back, I went to my house, hometown, and then my aunt, she was complaining to me. The devotees, she was complaining to me about my cousin brother. He was at that time some 9th standard he was studying. She was complaining that my uncle wakes up early in the morning, 4 o'clock, 4:30 for doing Mangalarati. So he goes to take bath. And my cousin brother, he also wakes up. My uncle wakes up to take bath and go to Mangalarati, but my cousin brother, he wakes up, that okay, my father went to take bath, I get 15 minutes time, let me play video game on my father's phone. So he's standing, he's leaning on the bathroom door, and he is playing video game, and he's hearing the shower, the water sounds. As soon as it stops, he drops the phone and sleeps. So I was looking at him, that such like addicted he is for playing games. So I was thinking that how, when I get addicted like that to chant and read Bhagavatam. So I was thinking I should be addicted like that. I should take a lesson from him, that how to be addicted with Srimad Bhagavatam, with Chaitanya Charitamrita, with the holy name, that you got 10 minutes time, open it and read it. So that's the thing, we be more greedy.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
And keeping one's schedule that much busy that we don't have any other time to do any other thing. Lots of things in Krishna consciousness to do. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran